What's good, YouTube? This is a Gaming Underground Podcast, episode 1. Y'all asked for it. We making it official. Where you gonna get your gaming news and opinions from all areas involved, such as console gamers and
PC gamers.
All right. My co-host that's joining me on this ride right here, first representing Baltimore, the PC side of it, Game Fanatic. What you got, bruh?
What's good? What's good? It's official. We got a name, everything, man. This is going to be a long podcast. It's going to be a long ride with us, man. And y'all know me as the mainly PC gamers. I had consoles back in the day, but right now I'm mainly a PC gamer. So.
All right. And also with me, my boy Merk representing ATL. What you got?
What's going on out there, YouTube land? All right. I'm a console gamer, and I actually have a PC because on consoles I have every console, and I actually have a PC, so I have everything. So I'm not biased.
And he's an avid Nintendo fanboy. He loves Nintendo.
Oh, there you go.
He sleeps with a Mario plushie. Just saying.
Yep. Yoshi, all of them. Just got done playing Nintendo before getting on here.
Yoshi! Look at that.
Here we go. Hey, listen. Oh, man. And I am the flock leader, and I am primarily a console gamer. I also dabble in PC a little bit, not much, not nothing heavy, just a little bit. So now that we got that out the way, there's no in between stuff. You're getting it from every angle involved. We'll start off, get right into it with a little bit of gaming news. It ain't a whole lot, so we'll keep it real short and to the point. Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft, they claim that they will no longer showcase games at E3. I wonder why. Tick, tell us a little bit more about that and what you think.
Now, it's not they're not going to show at E3. They're not going to show. What they're going to do is they're not going to do what they did with the Witcher, with Watch Dogs and Far Cry 3 and everything. So they're not going to show in the division. They're not going to show the graphics pretty much on a PC is what I'm thinking, because they're saying if it's not going to play on the target, platform that they want to release it for, they can't show those graphics. So they're pretty much going to show the graphics as it will be when the game releases. So you're going to see what you're actually going to get instead of like the super beautiful graphics that they show you at E3, and then when you get the game, it's been dumbed down. So that's pretty much what they're going to do, and I'm glad that they're finally doing that and stop lying to people. But I was watching another YouTuber, and he said something that I think is very true. I couldn't agree more with him. He said, yeah, right now they're going to do that, but then give it like 4 or 5 years, they're going to, you're going to forget about that, and they're going to start showing stuff again where it's not going to be what you're going to get on release. Like, you're going to see, like, oh my God, it's going to come out for my console, and then when it comes out, it's just not going to look anywhere near it as good as it did when you first saw it. So that's how I feel about it, because I just hate Ubisoft. But that was good. That was a plus, though. That was a plus.
Oh man. All right, yeah. So what you think about that, Merk?
I'm glad they're gonna do that, because every year you can always tell that they're gonna put on PC, but for some reason the people that's on consoles, they actually think that the game is actually gonna look like what's shown at E3, and it's not, because it's on a PC, and it's probably like a freaking mega PC, probably like a $10,000 PC or something like that with like SLI whatever the hell they think that their console gonna do it. Yeah, shit ain't gonna look like that. I'm just gonna tell you.
I got a question though, Merk. Are there PCs that really exist that cost that much?
Yeah, so you gotta have like freaking liquid cooled and all kinds of custom stuff. Like to if you gonna build a $20,000, a $10,000 PC, you gonna like from scratch. You gotta have like 4 or 5 freaking Titans and the newest motherboard and the high CPU. Like it's gonna take a lot just to get a PC up that much if you build it yourself, but for it to be that much, it's gonna be like custom built with liquid cooled and all that other stuff.
I think I maxed one out.
So basically, if you got the money to afford a PC that costs 5 digits, your gaming stand should not be a rabbit cage. Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
My thing
Moving
is
on.
though, we ain't moving on yet. Hold on. My thing is though, is like, yo, I'm still mad at Ubisoft because of for the fact that they saying for a target platform. So it was also said recently, I didn't tell you to put this in those, but it was also said that, you know, Ubisoft sold mostly on the PS4. Like the most of their sales came from PS4. I think it was like 24%, while the PC was actually pretty close at 20. No, I think it was like 27%, while the PC was close at 22%. And the thing is, the PCs can run those graphics. There's people with PCs out there that could actually run how Watch Dogs looked at E3, how Far Cry looked when they first showed it, Far Cry 3 when they first showed it, and how the Division looked. There's PCs out there that can run that, but they don't want to keep the graphics like that because they're too lazy to, you know, make a PC version and then make a port to the consoles. I remember back in the day when, you know, back in like 2004 and before, you know, online gaming took off on the consoles and it became like super popular to play on a console. Like before then, the PC always had their own version, and if the consoles wanted that game, it was ported. It was like it was almost a totally different game. It didn't look as good, and it was kind of almost different for the most part. And they could do the same thing, you know, but they just too lazy and don't want to do that because it's as easy as if you're playing on the PC, you can change your graphical settings from ultra to medium. Why can't they do that and then just put it on the consoles? Like that's my thing.
Instead of just completely dumbing it all down.
Yeah, like that's
console. What they call it, console parity, right?
Right. That's yeah. Ubisoft, you don't get no points, man. You still suck. Y'all some. You know what? Go to the next thing.
All right, now, hold on. My point. Real quick. For that issue, as far as Ubisoft, yeah, we were all disappointed with them, man. They had a rough 2014. They were rough, and that just goes to say what we said in the last one when we were talking about certain games, how they wouldn't look that way when the finished product came out and stuff like that. They do that a lot, though. A lot of people don't get that, and me being a console gamer, I still try to be as objective as I possibly can, and I don't try to just rah on the console side, because when consoles mess up, I'll be the first one to say it. Like, they messed up. I'm gonna get this on PC because I don't trust them here. I don't trust them there. But I mean, it's whatever. So with that being said, we can move on. Next thing we had, and we're gonna make this real quick because I don't even want to dwell on this too much. In news, one of the guys from Lizard Squad was arrested, got caught up, then they got arrested, then let go. They got let off with probation. and that's not even a half of it. Then ends up getting a job with the government. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna start this one off. This must be said. If that were any of the three of us, we'd be in jail, and we'd be staying in jail. Right. Bottom line. This is one of them cases where the U.S. What's the word I want to say? Whatever it is, man, the judicial system has failed us because they have failed us. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't even want to dwell on that too much. All I'm gonna say is if you get caught being a known hacker, and they hire, you get off with probation and then get hired by the government. Hey, like, really? Let
me add something more to it though, bro. Hey, so the guy's name is, no, I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but
yeah, please don't.
Daybreak Studios, though, right, is a company that, made DayZ. No, H1Z1, not DayZ. They made H1Z1, so they got DDoS by the guy that is in question, that, we're talking about right now. So He is livid that he got off that easily, and he is after this guy. This dude actually tweeted, he said, so I'm coming for you. Said the guy's name in the tweet, bro. Like, he is on him. He's like, yo, I'm not letting him get away with this, yo. I'm gonna come at him with every legal fee I can throw at him, dog. Like, he is really trying to get this guy.
That's crazy. What you think about that, Mert?
It's crazy. It's crazy because all of the counts that he had 1,500 counts or 15,000 counts. It was some crazy amount of counts, and you don't send him to jail. You just give him probation, and he has to work for the government. So he's gonna have a good ass job, like learning even more stuff with the government, and he gets a better life because he was.
I cannot understand this. I cannot understand this, man.
Like that,
you and me. Like, let's be honest, man. One of us get caught with let's say one of us get caught with a bag of weed. Let's just be real. It's gonna carry. That's gonna stay with us forever. So when you have to go fill out a job application or apply online or something like that for a job, that's gonna always hang over your head. And you hoping somebody hired these fuckers getting hired with the government after they get rang up, indicted, all of that stuff. Like, come on, man.
This is not the first time though. This ain't the first time.
I know it's not, but I mean, it still must be.
Squad, they're still like attacking people.
Yeah.
Like H1Z1. Like, ain't no telling when they gonna come back to Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, they will.
I mean,
you know they will. They going to. Just give.
Then they go after Review Tech. Then they go after him.
Oh yeah, they got him, man. They stopped that man from going to some kind of a competition. Not competition. Some little one of them little Comic Cons or something like that. Like they said if he goes, they're gonna bomb the place or something like that. And the people rejected him from coming after that. I was like, wow, son. Like they out there. My thing is though, like, how you gonna hire? I know. As the government, you want to stop other hackers from getting to you. So that's why they picked them up. But the thing is, if the dude was a jackass, all right, so now he's going to be working for the government. So he's going to know all the files and how to enter those files. So if he feels like it, he could be a jackass against the government right now. So
pretty much.
That's pretty dumb.
The thing with me is like a DDoS is not really a hack.
Yeah.
Like, you can pay somebody like a website and they will DDoS, like send a lot of packets to a certain place. Like it's not really a hack. Like I don't see like why would you give somebody who just paid, like you could like pay a company or something and then just make it happen.
I think he was a legitimate hacker though.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think he was like a legit one. Like he knew what he was doing pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it. And in next to nothing news, if anyone cares, PGA 16. Now, we all know, if you're not in the know, Tiger Woods is no longer the cover athlete for the PGA games. I mean, he sucked. He hasn't been good in the past, 4 or 5 years anyway. But their new cover athlete, Rory McIlroy, just got injured, right?
The curse continues.
He got injured. I'm not laughing at the fact he got injured, but we were laughing at this earlier, thinking like, how can somebody that plays golf get hurt? Like this is like getting a broken leg playing chess or something. Like I don't understand how that happens, but when we really looked into it, he got hurt doing what was he doing? Playing soccer or something?
Yeah, he was playing soccer.
All right. Now, you know about the Madden curse, right?
Yep.
Now, is this going to be a new curse? Like all these golf guys going to end up with strained groins and broken collarbones and stuff now that's on the cover of these new games. So
my shoulder
I don't know, man. Right. Yeah. He pulled an oblique. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. We don't care about golf and golf games. I mean, I like some of the Tiger Woods games back in the day, but we ain't gonna dwell on that. So we'll just keep going, man, with the main topics, man. Topics we doing this time around. We'll do the pros and cons. We're gonna do pros and cons for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and yes, Nintendo. Oh boy. So we'll start it off with We'll start off with the PS4, and we'll do the pros and the cons. Merc, we'll let you start off. What you got for the pros and cons for PS4?
All right, my pros for the PS4 is I love the games because like PlayStation, they actually bring like a diversity in games. It's like every game that came out is not the same that has came out with the PlayStation. So I like that because some systems, they can get kind of stale because they just bring out the same type of game. So I just like the way that the games are, and I love the controller. It's some downsides to the controller, but I just like the new design and the party system on the PlayStation.
Okay. All right, what's your cons? What's the stuff that you don't like?
Ooh, here it come. PSN. The big one. PSN sucks. It goes down too much. I just don't see how they are charging for PSN and for you to play online, and it goes down a lot. And my other
wasn't it just down like earlier this week?
Yeah, it was down for most of the day, for maybe half of the day. And
like Tuesday?
Plus, yeah, and plus, they do like maintenance?
Scheduled maintenance.
Yeah, like
let's sidebar.
It doesn't go down too much.
Let's sidebar. I'm gonna do this right during the recording. Let's make this more interesting. Let's talk about the pros and cons of being a console gamer and the pros and cons of being a PC gamer.
Okay.
Yeah, but everybody don't have both consoles. That's why we trying to like kind of like make it an individual, because your experience on PlayStation is not going to be your same experience on Xbox.
Yep.
So I'm just telling you, I mean, it's pros and cons to being a console game and all that. I mean, if you want to generalize it, but I think that people want to be more specific, because in this day and age, you know how people like to do these quote unquote console wars. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the reason why we kind of separate. That's the reason why we separating it now, because I figure, a lot of people feel the same way as we do, and some people may not agree with what we agree with. So that's why we kind of like, that's why we separating it, because your experience, and I just purchased an Xbox One a couple weeks ago, and my experience, and I was always an Xbox guy. I always had both PS3 and Xbox 360. Now I have both, newer consoles, and the experience is always different. Yeah, it's always different, but here you go. I had a surprise for your little ugly ass later too, man.
I can't
but
afford a gaming
PC,
PC, but I'm gonna buy two consoles though.
See, now I ain't even gonna say nothing. Now I ain't even gonna say nothing.
$800 and did a year for Xbox Live and PSN, which is equals $100, and two controllers.
Nah, man, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, Merc, you were saying before you were so rudely interrupted.
The cons are the PSN and actually the thing that I did like, but it has a con to it, is the remote, because the battery, after like 4 or 5 hours, your battery goes dead, and the thumbsticks. Like, if I knew about the thumbsticks when I got my PlayStation, so I just bought the tabs to go on top of it. So those are my cons with the PlayStation.
Okay. All right. So I guess it's on me then, right?
Yep.
All right. It's simple, man. With PlayStation, PS4, the pros, to me, I think that the games run better on PlayStation 4 when they're multi-platforms. And if you don't notice this, a lot of games, when they advertise the games, like commercials and all that other stuff, they'll show the PS4 version for the most part. And that's because, for the most part, these developers and stuff, they're basically running these games for the PS4 and like kind of like porting them over to Xbox, and then lastly PC, who I think is the rawest deal out of all of them.
We get all the doo-doo.
Yeah, they getting all the hand-me-downs. So, but I just think that the games run better. I think the exclusives are a little better too. The controller definitely is better. I think like Merc said with the thumbsticks, I can live without them. But I also have those things where you can put on top of it, like when I'm playing shooters, and then I have a controller that I use when I'm playing 2K. So, because that controller, the way it is, bare bones, is perfect for playing 2K for me personally. But then when you put those things on top of it, those caps on top of it, no way can you play 2K with that. But also, I think the dashboard is better to me.
I agree.
The dashboard is a lot better. It's easier to navigate as opposed to the Xbox, and I'll get into that in a little bit. It's a lot better to navigate around. And lastly, because I don't want to keep going, Spotify. The fact that they got Spotify on there, I can listen to my Spotify. I can listen to my Spotify while I'm playing the game. Like, or if I'm live streaming, I can have my Spotify playing in the background with a workaround or two, of course, where you can hear what I'm listening to. And the cons, always been my pet peeve with PlayStation is the fact you can't appear offline.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
something
I
that
forgot
simple.
about that one.
Yeah, something that simple, man. You should be able to appear offline where you don't have people constantly. Like if you want to play something that you don't want nobody to know you playing or constantly
Viva
sending you
Pinata?
messages. Nigga, that's on Xbox, man. You a
That's a
fucking
Xbox
dirtbag.
game, man.
You a dirtbag, man. You just yeah,
Viva
man.
Pinata.
I like Viva Pinata, and I don't care who see that I'm playing that. But if I don't want nobody to be able to see me playing that, I can do that on Xbox Live. So, but anyways, you can't show. That was a good one there. You got me on that one. You can't appear offline. You know what I mean? So you know how that goes. Also, why is this such a problem? The fact that you cannot change your PSN. Like I had my PSN, the same PSN ID since 2008, and I wasn't thinking when I got this PS4 where I should have just did a new one where I could change my stuff from T-Fly2K to the Flock Leader or whatever. Now somebody has stole my name, so fuck you for whoever that is. So, you know, you can't change it like you can on Xbox. Granted, Xbox gonna tax you, except for the first time. You can always change the first time for free. And the party chat and the communication issues on a PSN, man, like the PlayStation, it's better than it was on PS3, but they still are like way behind as far as like party chat and communication. The fact that your party chat, you have to do all this workaround. For say we all playing something on PSN, I want to record you all's voices and mine. You can't do it unless you just got to do a whole bunch of like crazy stuff just to hear you all through the television and stuff like that, so the people can actually hear. It's a stupid thing that I think they need to work on. And lastly, the online servers, man, they servers are constantly down, like Merc said, yo. Like you should. I still believe that PlayStation Network has not evolved from when
It was
hell
free.
PS2. Hell, PS2.
Y'all said PS2.
Yeah,
I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, man. Like they servers, yo. Like PS3 was free, and I was always like, well, I guess you get what you pay for. PS4 is always down. Like I kid you not, yo. They are light years behind Xbox Live. That's pretty much what I got on that. So that's pretty much my cons on that. Game wise, it's what it is. I like what I like, and if I don't like it, I don't play it. And if I do buy it, I just don't play it no more, or I get rid of it. So that's pretty much it on that.
Well, I don't got a PS4, but I can look at it on the outside and see what's good about it. I always been a PlayStation fan, so I'm definitely considering getting one when they show me something worth it. Actually, I probably would have bought one if I ain't had to pay for something that costs a lot of money just recently. But the PSN going down thing, you gotta look at it. Look at it, you know, on the outside. Maybe it's them repairing stuff. Maybe it's them putting more maintenance in there, because it's pretty much kind of updates. When you put stuff down, they run a maintenance. So they might be trying to beef up the security a bit more and stuff like that, because they're probably trying to make that transition from when it was free. And I'm mad you said PS2 though, because PS2, like, you can even, the names were saved on the games you played on that joint. For the most part. But I don't know. I haven't played most of all the games. You know, I played a few games, you know, that's like at stores and stuff like that. But I can't really give you insight on how the games really feel. What I'm mad about though is that they keep trying to push these games at 1080p, and I made a video about this. Like, they need to really just focus on 720p, and so it can have 60 frames per second. Like, they're really trying to go for this resolution, and it's only because of the PC gamers, you know, coming at the console gamers, and now the console gamers like, yeah, we want 1080p, it should have that. But the thing is that these consoles ain't strong enough to run that. And I feel like PlayStation 4 should focus on 720p, and I'll tell you about Xbox later on, but I think they should focus on 720p just to get that 60 FPS, because performance is better than graphics, to be honest with you. If I could get 60 FPS, I'd rather have 60 FPS over some beautiful graphics. I mean, the graphics still gonna look good at 720p regardless for the most part, and they do upscale it to 1080p, so like, I think they should do that. But that's all I got on PS4, because I don't have one, so I can't get too deep.
In depth, no doubt.
Yep.
All right, and we'll move on over to Xbox One. What you got
paying for
Xbox?
PSN, man.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
they should have done that. They should have done. They should have kept it free. They should have kept it free. You don't got to charge
Man.
anybody.
I mean, it's
hey,
less than Xbox Live, I believe,
It don't matter. It's the.
but
Let me
it's
ask
still
you.
another
It
case.
is, but
Let me
It's
ask you.
less than Xbox Live, but I mean, the fact you're still paying for it, man. To me, I don't feel like PlayStation is just. I don't know. It's some reason, man. They just rub me the wrong way, man. Online for some reason.
Like
they're down too much.
It's
for
down
them to be
too much.
charged.
Like I can understand scheduled maintenance, but it just seems like it's always down. Like always
I
down.
think it'll get better later on down the line. But the thing is, though, like that PlayStation being free online was their thing. That was the thing that the PlayStation 3 fanboys had against Xbox. You know, when it was an argument. Later on, the graphics got better for PlayStation 3 because before they worked on that cell processor and they figured it out, you know, Xbox games looked way better. There were shaders and stuff that was missing, textures missing in the PlayStation 3 that the Xbox 360 had and everything. And then later on, they figured out how that cell processor worked, and that's when Sony started having the better graphics, especially if it was by, you know, their first-party games. But, like, the other argument the PlayStation fans had over Xbox was like, hey, it's free. I play for free. I don't have to pay online. And my thing, I don't know about it because I don't have PSN, but let me ask you guys, though. Like, on PSN, are there any advertisements on there like it is on Xbox?
Nope.
There's no, like, car advertisements, like pictures of cars or anything like that at all?
Nah. Nope.
then
I don't see it.
Then they have to charge you then, because Xbox, I'll wait till we get the Xbox. I'll just wait till we get there.
All right. So, pros for Xbox One. I'll start off. Xbox One. I just say the convenience. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bigger. It's a huge convenience. You know, as opposed to PlayStation. And what I mean by convenience is like the games. It just seem like they're more accessible. Just a personal preference. Like it just seems like the games are more accessible to me. I'm not saying the games move better or anything like that. It just seems like the games are more accessible. Xbox One. Also, Xbox Live. We just discussed pretty much all of that. Xbox Live is light years ahead of PSN without a doubt. No, man, never that. I just got an Xbox One like 2 weeks ago. I like literally but I mean, it's been that way since the Xbox 360. That's what I was saying earlier. Like when I had, you know, I got Xbox 360 and I got PS3. When I was on playing games and stuff, 9 times out of 10, the shit I was playing was on Xbox 360. When I was online with y'all asses, I was on Xbox. I didn't hardly ever play my PS3. Like my PS3 literally sat there. I still got the tank. I still got the first one that came out from I got it back in 08. I still have that PS3. Still have it. And so, and then also the communication and, you know, chat and all that stuff. I think that's better too on Xbox than it is on
I hear that the quality sounds better. I hear.
The quality is good, but when you go on party chat, like for some reason, since they said it's on dedicated server, it's been dropping people. Like I don't know why.
Well, that was the thing since the 360.
Yeah, they've been trying to fix it.
But like I said, Xbox Live as a whole, it's cool, and you know, a lot of people rag on the controller, the new Xbox One controller. I don't have that big a problem with it. It's okay. Like I said, it's okay. But the cons of it, I think the size of the damn console, like, I'm like, damn. I'm like, this motherfucker is big as fuck. Like, what's really going on? I sat it like right next to my PS4 and I'm like, really? Really? And then he got this damn power brick and all that, man. I'm like, this thing is huge, yo. Like, you would think, you know, as they evolve, the stuff would get smaller, you know, but I guess. Also, the time that it takes to install these damn games on Xbox One, oh my fucking God, yo, like, really though? Yo, man, it took like over an hour, man, to install. I forgot one of the games I had. It might have been Batman, because I got Batman on Xbox One just to give me something to play on the damn system. I got Batman on it, and it took forever to install that game. I got Killer Instinct too, and it took forever to install that game. I'm like, God damn, like this everything, and the interface on there, like with all the snap and do all this and do all that, I think it's just too much going on the, you know, when you turn the system on. It's just too much going on. You got entirely too much. And like the simplest of things, like going to appear offline and going to do this and going to check that, like you got to do too much stuff. You got too much stuff on that screen at one time for me. It's like how, like if we want to share or save a clip that we want to record, we just hit the share button on PS4 and then hit the triangle button and it'll save the last 10 minutes of what you were playing. So you can go back and pull that. On Xbox, if you got the Connect, you gotta say Xbox record that. Okay, I understand. But I don't have to connect. I never wanted to connect. I have to go in there and go on this hit game DVR and pull up this app, pull up that app. By the time I do all that, I forgot what the fuck I wanted to record. So it's just the interface to me is it's a hassle, man. It's a learning curve. I will say that. The more I get into it, I guess I'll get used to it. And the way that they dumb down the graphics on Xbox, I've never been like a graphics whore and all that, because to me it's all about the fun factor of the game. But it's obvious, I can tell.
But wait for Windows 10 and DirectX 12. It's going to be an increase.
It's gonna be wonderful, son. Nah, but but I mean, I'm serious, man. Like it's obvious that the graphics are dumbed down, and the fact that, like, to go back on what I said earlier with the PS4, the games don't run as good on Xbox as they do on PlayStation. Most of them don't. Most of them do not. Like, it's obvious who these game developers and all that stuff was rooting for this time around. Like, seriously. I mean, why you think Call of Duty is on PS4 now? So, I mean, it's a reason for all of this stuff. A lot of people don't see that. So, I'm never a fanboy. So I'm just gonna I just keep it 100 with y'all. Whatever, dude. I just keep it 100 with y'all, man. So that's all I got as far as with the Xbox. What you got, Mr. Tick?
Okay. Okay. The controller's okay. I don't mind the controller at all, actually. I don't like the bumpers though. The bumpers kind of feel kind of stiff if you don't put your finger all the way up to the top. But other than that, my main issue is the Xbox Live. This was the reason I stopped playing my Xbox 360, and this is why another reason I haven't felt like buying a console, because I don't like paying for online. I really don't think you should have to do that. If I already paid $60 for a game, I don't think I should pay to play it online. Which is wonderful I will talk about it later. But yeah, I don't feel like I gotta do that. So my main issue with Xbox is I know them fools have advertisement. I used to see it every single time I hopped on Xbox 360. Some kind of a car or whatever, it didn't matter. They had advertisements for everything on there. So they getting money that way. Also, they getting money for these developers to put things on the game. They actually get money for developers to even drop a patch. So, and they used to get a lot. They used to straight up, yoke up some developers for some money. So I know they don't have to charge somebody online, but they're gonna keep doing it anyway. People gonna keep paying, so it's whatever. So that's pretty much how I feel about that. Oh, and I forgot. And when they first announced Xbox, I was very surprised that Microsoft having more money than Sony would actually make a weaker console. Like that surprised me. Now they have this little T RAM or something or whatever is in there, which is supposed to be like the Super RAM or something. That's supposed to make it
RAM.
Whatever. What is it called? SRAM.
RAM.
Yeah, they got that in there. They're supposed to make the console like super strong. And DirectX 12 is supposed to utilize it better, so they're supposed to get like a 15% increase or something in performance. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Maybe I can't wait for that day to happen, because I want to see. If it doesn't get a lot better, I'm gonna laugh, definitely though, because especially all the YouTubers that are like Xbox fanboys who was They're just praying on this. They already prayed for. Wait until the cloud is going to make games better. It's going to run better. That was a lie.
The cloud.
Yeah, the cloud. Y'all remember the cloud, right? Y'all remember that? That was the thing that Xbox was supposed to have.
I hear people say that shit, man. They was sounding like that little dude off Fantasy Island, man. Like the cloud. Everything was about the cloud. I remember that shit, man.
Right? Yeah, so the cloud.
I don't get that, man. Like, I also before we get over the Merc, man, another thing my issues with both consoles is the hard drive space. If they knew going in that these games would be 40 and some games 50 gigs per game, you're not getting 500 gigs straight out the gate, because with all the other stuff, the operating system stuff like that, you're not getting fully 500 gigs. About 100 of that is being used up before you even turn the damn thing on. Why would they not give you a terabyte? And why you think they coming out? And now they coming out with systems that's coming with a terabyte now. So you're gonna have to buy another hard drive. Like I said this back when, you know what I'm saying? We all talked about that before. That I said within maybe 10 to 12 games into it, you're gonna be almost out of hard drive space. And I'm looking at that now on this Xbox One, and I got 4 games on Xbox One, and I'm already 60% full of hard drive space. So, I mean, granted, one of them is the Master Chief Edition, and I know that's gonna take up a ton of it, but still, that's a lot, man. So, I know that Microsoft is a little easier process because they have a detachable hard drive and stuff, but then you have to do all this nonsense to transfer your game saves and all that data over to that one and stuff. But if you're not all that tech savvy, that's a hassle. So, and I've had to do that before with my Xbox 360. So it's a hassle, man. So I definitely think that they should have come out with at least with a terabyte of hard drive space, because I mean that's mandatory with computers. So why would they not do that with a gaming console that every game you have? The average game on these newer consoles are 40 gigs out on average. Some are smaller, some are bigger, but most of them are around that 40 gig range. So, all right, I'm done ranting. It's on you, Mert.
All right. Let me see the things that I like. I like. Let me see. I'm trying to think, because I like how Xbox has been trying. They have been doing a lot. I love how they update their systems. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, because I don't know if it just means that they were that far behind that they have to do these updates every month. They update every month, and they're constantly trying to bring in new games. And I really enjoy a company that's trying to bring in more games. But the reason that they're doing this is to try to catch up with PlayStation. So as long as PlayStation has a lead, Xbox is gonna bring more and more to the table, and I enjoy that. And that's why I have an Xbox, is because it seems like that they were trying more than PlayStation, because PlayStation got that lead. Now Xbox is scrambling to try to get that lead back, and they're just throwing money everywhere to try to
but they still playing catch up though.
Yeah, but to me, when they're doing that, it's benefiting me, because all they're doing is just bringing more and more stuff to Xbox.
Right,
so
they have to put in the effort now, because now they were just going on. I think they were just banking off their name, and they outsold PlayStation 3, or am I right?
Yeah,
they thought,
they evened up at the end, but
I think they thought that those loyal Xbox people would just stick with them just off of the name in itself. So, and once they found that out not to be true, it kind of they got slapped in the face for reality. We got I had it in front of me. I don't know what the hell I did, but I had the year-to-date sales for both consoles, not to start no shit in them, but just to see how far behind that they were. I knew it was maybe PlayStation was, if I'm wrong, correct me. I know PlayStation was around 20 million, and Xbox was at 12 million consoles sold.
Yeah, that's where it is.
So
that's about right.
So I mean, they still playing catch up, but a lot of times when you play catch up, man, you can either do two things. You can get on your square, get on your shit, and get aggressive and make shit happen, or you can kind of like overdo it and make a lot of huge mistakes. So I mean, and in the gaming industry, man, you can make a lot of little mistakes, but you can only make 1 or 2 huge mistakes before you kind of lose. So, all right.
Yeah.
So.
And the other thing that I like, their online is very dependable. Like, that's the one thing I know about Xbox, that most of the time they're gonna be online most of the time, because they have went down a few times. So it's not to the fanboys who say Xbox never go down. It does go down, because I've been on here and it went down a few times. So all of that is bullshit. So those are the main thing that I like about. Oh, and the Xbox, when it came out with a media player. Like, that was big to me. Like, PlayStation, I think they just did it.
They just did it. Yeah, they just did it.
Like,
it's prompting you to download it now.
Yeah, I was pissed off because, like,
PS1 had a media player on it where you can listen to your own CDs, so you can't even. I don't get that shit.
I was so used to using my PlayStation as a media hub, pretty much, because like I always have movies on DVDs, because like I got tired of like collecting DVDs, so I just put it on a hard drive. So I got a certain hard drive that I put all my DVDs on, and Xbox saved me because I got to use my media player on there. So
but in their defense, though, I will say they came through in the clutch with that Spotify.
Yeah, they did.
That Spotify is a lifesaver, yo. I'm on Spotify when I'm at work, when I'm in the gym, when I'm at the crib cleaning up the house. Yo, Spotify is what's up. So shout out to Spotify.
And that's pretty much. Oh, and I love the average shooters that's on Xbox, because like I love the shooters that's on here. Like, that's one thing that
Titanfall.
Titanfall is okay. It's all right.
Titanfall.
So, I got EA access, so it ain't like I paid full price for that damn game. But
right.
But I mean, I've been playing. It's all right. But like the shooters, like Gears, Halo, and all that other stuff. I think Gears supposed to the beta's supposed to come back in about 5 days. So.
All right. Damn, I'm gonna probably have to work too.
hey, this joint getting long, man.
So we're gonna move on to the PC. We're gonna move on to the PC side of things.
What about my dislikes, man?
Oh well, all right. Damn, you still gonna likes? I thought you was done.
Nah, my dislikes.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead then.
Good boy. Yeah.
My dislikes. Ooh, the UI. The UI sucks. I'm just going to say it out loud. The UI is terrible, because for you to do something, you have to go through like 20 different steps to do something. I could not figure out how to send a message to a random person. Like, you have to like go through so many things to send a message to a stranger. Like, that's crazy. The install times are terrible. Connect. My son, he wanted it. I got it. And it's okay, but it's not what all these fanboys was hyping up for it to be. And the DVR is terrible. The DVR is very terrible, because you can only record 5 minutes. Up to 5 minutes. And you have to like pre-record stuff, because like if you do the Xbox record that, it only does like 30 seconds maybe, or something like that. It's like a very short time. Like with a PlayStation, all I have to do is hit my share button, hit triangle, and it records the last 15 minutes. Like, there's no comparison with that. All right, I'm done.
All right, moving on to the PC side of things. Tick, it's on you, bruh.
Serena Williams just won again. Shout out to Serena.
That ass.
21 wins. She on it. But PC though. PC, okay. So y'all know I'm an avid PC gamer. I do got a lot of pros and I got a lot of cons. What you say?
Huh?
What you say? What was that?
Oh, I sneezed.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Elitist.
Oh. Right.
Elitist.
Right. But yeah. So the pros of PC though, the pros is one, you got a lot of freedom with PC gaming. You got a lot of freedom. You know, backwards compatibility is not a problem. If you got an old game from that you bought from like 2002, you can still play it. You just run it in compatibility mode. Bam, it runs. What else I like about it? I like the customization. You can customize a PC to your liking. There's no boundaries or anything like that for the most part. You can put whatever operating system in there. If you want a Mac, you can put a Mac in there. If you want Linux, you can run Linux. I prefer Windows because that's what I've always had. Mac can't play a lot of video games, so it's pointless for that. What else do I like? Graphics. I'm a huge graphics whore. I like pretty things. I've always liked pretty things. I'm not one of those people that say graphics don't matter, because graphics do matter to me. Now, graphics don't always make a good game. There are games I played that were ugly that were very, very fun and good to play. But if that game had way better graphics, I would love that game even more. So I'm a huge graphics whore, and PC is where you want to go if you want those great graphics. A lot of people look at comparison videos from Digital Foundry, and YouTube just doesn't do them any justice when you see a PC against a PlayStation. There's a lot of things that you don't really see because you're looking on a small screen, or if you blow it up, you're looking at a compressed video file that looks like crap. So it's
YouTube butchers your shit.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard to actually see, the true differences in the graphics. But believe me, if you actually played on a PC like a good rig that was like, somebody spent some money on, yeah, you'll see why. So, the biggest thing that I like about PC gaming though is, and this is what I was talking about with the consoles, is you can play your games for free. I don't have to pay to play any of my games online. I buy the game and I'm online. I can play it no matter what I'm using. If I'm using Steam, Origin, GOG, which is a new one for like Witcher 3, that's in beta right now, but you don't have to pay for that. Even Uplay from Ubisoft, like I don't have to.
God.
I don't have to pay for that. Even that, I don't even have to pay for that. That's still free. So if I buy my title, I still get to play it for free, and that is good. I'm not being charged twice, and I don't feel like I'm being ripped off. And that's why I find it weird that these companies like Steam and stuff can have all these different game titles up there for lower prices. That's also a plus, because you could get your games on a PC for a lot cheaper. A new game, what was it? Mortal Kombat came out. I bought Mortal Kombat for $27.
Yeah, me too.
$27, yo. And then like 2 weeks after that, it was $13. Like if I'd have waited, I could have gotten that, and it came with like all the DLC. So I'm at the season pass. So like, it's cheap. It's cheap on PC. Now, a lot of these sites, though, that you get it from for cheap, some of them aren't legit sites, so you got to watch out for it. It's like Gray Keys, which are keys that were stolen for the most part. But there are legit sites out there that you can get it cheap. The ones I got my Mortal Kombat from was actually a legit site. So you can get them very cheap. And then on top of that, like I said, you don't have to pay to play online. So that's what's cool. Also, I like the freedom of the mouse and keyboard, especially if I'm playing my shooters. Mouse and keyboard is just miles ahead of using a controller. Controller, they put aim assist on there for a reason when Call of Duty 4 came out. And ever since then, all the games have been using aim assist for consoles. For the PC, the mouse just feels perfect. You can set it to your liking. It moves wherever, it moves freely wherever your hand's pointing. So if you have good hand movement, you'll be on point. Plus, you got the keyboard. It looks intimidating, but after a while, when you learn the keys, I mean, like, I don't even have to look at my keyboard, and I know exactly where my hands need to be for me to move around and jump and everything like that. I remember when I first started playing on PC, it was difficult for me to learn, but after like I think a week, I was like used to it, and I became a monster for the most part.
Hey, I just thought about something when you said that about the keys and stuff like this, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that feel this way. What about the person that says, "Man, I don't have to look at the keys when I'm typing a letter or typing on my computer. I type 57 words a minute. I don't have to look at the keys. I know where everything is." But that doesn't mean it's gonna transpire in a playing a video game using a mouse and keyboard though. What would you tell that person?
Oh man, if you can learn to do that, then you definitely can learn how to play on the keyboard. Because I can't do that.
You know why I'm saying that? Because that's me.
Because I can't.
I'm serious. I can type my I can type my ass off without having to look at the keys and all that stuff. I literally I can type 57 words a minute, but it's crazy. So I'll let you finish though.
Man, I could type like 3 words a minute, but
that's terrible.
but I actually have to look down at the keyboard for the most part when I'm typing. Sometimes I could type some words without doing it, but most of the part I have to look at the keyboard. But when it comes to gaming, I mean, it's not hard. It's A, W, S, D. That's your W is to move forward, A is to move to the left, D is to move to the right, S is to move back. And it's not hard to control that. Space is normally always the jump button. Control is normally always the duck or the prone button, or C. So it's not hard at all. Like it's that simple. But like I said, it does take some time to get used to it. It took me a minute to get used to it. So moving on, because I don't want to stay on that part. Let's go on to the pros. I meant the cons. The cons. The main con. All right, I'll get to the main one later. So a big con. If you want to run games at their maximum, now this is where people get the misconception of PC gaming. They always go, you got to spend $1 million to play the games at the good graphics and stuff. You don't have to do that. And it almost sounds like Bill Cosby almost, but I'm not trying to do that.
School 'em.
But you don't have to spend $1,000.
You don't want to sound like him right now.
I don't. So, yeah. So, people spend a lot of money on there to get graphics that are better than the PlayStation. And another misconception is you have to upgrade every year or every few months. You don't have to. I'm pretty much running off the same rig that I bought in 2011. Now, I only changed out a few things, and it took me like, I think 2 years to finally change out my graphics cards. And I was still running things at 60 plus frames per second. So you don't have to upgrade at all. You could keep running those games and just keep them at a high setting, and that'll keep you still either on par with the next gen consoles or the current gen consoles now. If I would have done that, I'd still been on par with the current systems with my rig, like without changing anything from the original rig that I bought. Like, you don't have to upgrade. You upgrade because you want to get better. You want it to be better. You know there's better graphics coming out, because for the PC, they push the graphics more and more each year. So we don't get the same quality that you'll get from a console. Like, they push the graphics way more. You're going to start seeing that as it goes down the line. The graphics for the PC are going to leave the consoles behind. You're going to start seeing that. You're like, oh my God, like the PC graphics look amazing like 2 years from now. So that's why we upgrade stuff, because they're always pushing it, and we want to get that best that we can get out of our system. So, that is still a con though, having to spend money to get the best out of the system. It sucks. Another thing, sometimes these games come out, you gotta jump through some hoops sometimes to get them games to run. Sometimes the game don't come out as proper as it's supposed to come out. It may be some little things you have to do to run some fixes. So you got to go on your Google or go on your YouTube and watch videos on how to fix this little issue, stuff like that. And that could be a problem. What else?
And that's the type of stuff we should be looking up on YouTube as far as like with games when they messed up solutions. Yeah. Not how to enhance the problem, and not how to enhance the problem. I'm sorry, y'all, I had to go there, but not how to enhance, not be part of the problem, but be part of the solution. And be responsible, people. Right. I'm sorry.
Another thing that sucks about PC gaming is the hackers. The hackers. Now, console gamers, you guys don't normally have to worry about hackers unless the game is like 2 years in and it's already obsolete because a newer version came out.
Whoa. You sure? Sure?
For the most part.
You sure?
The game normally has to be obsolete.
I just uploaded a video about that, right?
Well, that's 2K. It's been a year about that. That's almost a year now.
Nah.
Well, wouldn't that be considered a exploit instead of a hack?
Yeah, that's.
It's a glitch. It's a glitch, but it's also it can be constituted as a hack too, because you basically altering the game. Mm-hmm. That's considered a hack, right?
Kind of, but these guys they alter the coding in the game.
But they also changing, saying the max height of a point guard and the fact that you can get all these badges in 15 minutes.
Okay, that is kind of
Altering the
that's
play in
pretty
a
much
game, like you can play 1 minute quarters and do all this other stuff. So to me, that constitutes as a hack. If
Yeah.
I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
That is kind of hackish. That is kind of hackish.
Yeah.
But for the
So
most
shout
part,
out to you. So shout out to you dickheads that's out here advocating that too. This goes out to you and you and you.
okay. All right, so for the most part, as hackers on PC, you might see a hacker like 2 days in on a PC. And it sucks because they're going there and they just come in there just to ruin your game, just to ruin your fun, and they have fun ruining your fun. So
Yeah.
I hate when people make the comment like, "Oh, do you feel good about yourself? You about being a dick?" Yeah, they do. They enjoy that.
They really do.
Mad. They want you to get mad for the most part. So yeah, that's another issue about PC gaming. It's the hacking. Like that sucks. There's a lot of fun games that I like to play, and I don't even play them online because it's just people screwing it up. So that's an issue. But the biggest problem with PC gaming is not the PC, but the developers. So bad, broken ports is the main problem for PC gaming. So when we get a multi-plat title, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come out broken because they're going to focus mainly on the console version, and they give us the leftovers. We as PC only gamers are like Cinderella. We are Cinderella. We are the red-headed stepchild that no one likes. The Xbox and the PS4 are the two stepsisters, and the developer is the stepmother. They hate us. They treat us like junk, and they give us all the crap in the scraps.
Oh, yeah.
We are obviously the more beautiful out of the two. Out of the two. But
Roger that, Cinderella.
right, yeah, we are obviously the better out of the two. But they hold us down, so we don't seem like we're the better. And that sucks. Like I said in my one video, we are the Saiyans when it comes to the platforms. And the PlayStation and Xbox are the Frieza race. And they just hold us down. We don't know our potential until they allow it. And then we're super strong. So,
But Tick, why? But don't developers don't like PC because all PC gamers do is pirate games.
right. So that was an excuse, but
man.
then Ubisoft comes to find out that in sales we are the number 2. You know, we're number 2 to buying their titles, and then PC sales have gone on the rise also. Like they actually outsell consoles now for when it comes to like PC and games. So now a lot of people are doing that pirating thing. But if you want to give out garbage, yeah, people are going to pirate your games because they're afraid to pay for it. Like you've given them that reputation of you're not going to give us a good product of a game that we want to play. So people are going to go and pirate it. They're going to torrent that joint. And I've seen it so many times. People be like, I'll be like, oh yo, Ubisoft about to drop Assassin's Creed. Oh well, shoot, I'm about to go pirate that because I ain't gonna buy it because I'm sure it's broken.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes down. So that is your pros and your positives. I mean, your pros and your cons of PC gaming.
And on that note, Reverend Tick has spoken.
Right.
Church, tabernacle. All right, what you got on it, Merc?
On PC, I love the prices. Oh my god, like the prices are great. Like, oh my god, like just like Tick said, I seen Batman for like $24, something like that. I was really tempted to do it, except I have GameFly, so I just use GameFly, but I did the right thing. So, but yeah, I love the prices on PC. Like those are amazing. Like if you go to certain sites like Kingwin and Green Man Game and stuff like that, man, those are perfect sites to go and find great prices on PC games. And I love the mouse and keyboard. Like, man, this is like if I could, I would use mouse and keyboard on my PlayStation and
They gonna
Xbox.
allow it though. I think they said they're gonna allow that for the Xbox. I think.
Man,
I think it'll happen on Microsoft before it happened on PlayStation.
Right.
I don't know, but would they? Because wouldn't that like give them like kind of an advantage?
Yeah.
Cause like if you use mouse and keyboard, like that is like so precise. Like that's the best thing to use in a shooter is mouse and keyboard. Cause when I built my PC, like I built it for a Battlefield 3 because like I'm like a big Battlefield fan. I want to play like the big humongous wars in Battlefield and stuff. And when I built my PC, like I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna learn this mouse and keyboard. So I just did it like straight on, no controller, and I did it for like 3 weeks, and I had got that shit down good. And then that's how I learned how to use mouse and keyboard. So, and pretty much that's how my kids learned it too, because like both of them, all they played was console. So they like I just showed them, you got to use WASD and put your thumb on space and put your pinky on shift, and then that's all the controls that you need. Because that was my worst part, was learning keyboard. So the mouse, it was straight, and I love the 60 frames per second. Like, oh my god, like buttery smoothness of 60 frames per second. That's what I love about PC. And if you want to see a game that showcases PC, get Borderlands 2. Like the physics in there and like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, we on like an hour now, right? This is like as long as E3 right now.
Well, we on the last thing right now, so.
Didn't even talk about
my
Nintendo.
dislike is,
your favorite
we're
console.
gonna forget Nintendo. We're gonna forget Nintendo. But my dislikes, the hackers. I hate the upgrading, like the upgrades. Like I want to get me a new graphics card, but they kind of high right now. I want to get a brand new one.
Yeah, the graphics card I want is 650 plus.
Yeah, like graphics cards. That's like one of the most important parts of your PC, and like everything else, I can buy piece by piece. So, but the prices of the graphics cards are really high, so that's like the most important thing. So, and what else? Hackers, the prices of the upgrades, and what else? I think that's pretty much it.
All right. It'll be real quick here for me. PC, the pros, frame rate, of course. The fact that you don't have to pay to play online.
4K gaming.
That's a gimme. Graphics, graphically, there's really no comparison. And the customization, the way you're able to customize your PC, man, to make it even stronger than it was when you originally got it. You can't do that on console. So, and the prices. Shout out to Kingwin, G2A, and all them other spots, man, where you can get those games for cheap. But segue over to the cons, sometimes that don't always work out for you, because AAA titles, man, it's looking bad for PC right now, man. Because what was the last hottest games that came out? Was it Mortal Kombat and Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Both of those games were terrible. Both of those games were terrible on PC.
They run like this.
So yeah, and I think that's just bad. Just to kind of piggyback off what Tick said real quick. They are like the stepchild. It's kind of like they the little brother that get all the hand-me-down clothes, and that's how it is with PC. They get the real like jerked out port overs from the PS4 and the Xbox, and you thought Xbox had it bad. PC got it even worse. So
yeah, we like the dog under the table. They just throw the scraps. Yeah.
But when everything is running right, man, it ain't no comparison as far as like fluidity of playing a game. And also another con with me, I won't say it so much as a con as is the inconvenience, is the learning curve of mouse and keyboard with me personally. The learning curve, man, is I gotta get my ass on a actual man, and get a full like fledged gaming PC where it's just for that, so I can really tackle this learning curve. So I won't say that so much as a con.
You rather buy Xbox
whatever. But anyways, and another con, man, the biggest of them all is the community, man, the PC community, man, with this elitist mentality. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Okay, now you just started the argument.
Yeah.
Oh man, here we
now
go.
You just
with this elitist mentality. Now I've been watching videos, man, as of late, E3 is come and gone, and I've sat here and I've listened to certain people. You know what I mean? I've watched different channels and different people's opinions on certain games. Constantly criticize games that's on console, but all they played is the beta version of it. So how they can criticize a game that they ain't played, this is beyond me, because all you played was a beta. But that's neither here nor there. So you having this elitist mentality that everybody on console is like a peasant and is beneath you and all this other stuff. Now, granted, console people can play that game as well. They can be idiots too. I'm here to just be objective with it, but the elitist mentality, man, like everything, the first thing a PC guy will bring up and argue, we run at 60 frames in the story.
We do.
Yeah.
Because we do.
The games if we playing the same game, you ain't running shit because your game not running right.
Not all the time.
Can't reserve it. Yeah, most of the time lately it has been.
GTA compared to the GTA y'all playing over there.
Oh, dude, without a doubt, GTA is better on PC.
To wait a year and a half.
Yeah, but then I was about to say, but on the flip side, the game came out in 2013, and y'all just getting it.
That's the developer.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. This is like getting up with a girl.
It's all good.
That's like getting up with a girl. It's like getting up with a girl. It took it took me a week to hit it. It took you the whole.
You got the second base on it, and I smashed it.
It took me a week to hit it, and it took you the whole summer. You
ain't hit it. You just got the second base. I smashed.
Yeah,
I was all up in them guts.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: if I was you, I'd be looking for the pimples on the booty. So that's how we go in that. You know what I'm saying? If I was you, since you on it like that, look for that birthmark on the booty.
But anyway,
my son right here laughing at me. He only 4.
Ain't even no PC elitist nonsense. First of all, the whole PC elitist thing started with y'all little console fanboys arguing the PS3 is better than the Xbox because it can do this, and we come in and we just trying to explain to y'all that there's a better way out there. There's a PC. It runs things a lot better.
I never disputed that though. I've never disputed that.
So it was the console elitists, because the console elitists would go, nobody cares about it's not graphics, it's not all about that. But you was just arguing to the other dude saying that your graphics and stuff was better. But then when the PC guy hopped in there, now it don't matter.
Those are idiots.
Exactly.
Those are the idiots.
And the
we can't. But I'm not saying it's everybody though. That's why I said I've seen several people. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying that the people that I see that has that elitist mentality that can turn you off from even wanting to get involved in it. And if you are involved in it, you got to constantly hear that same argument me and you just had, because people will constantly compare a PC player to that right there, where they always got the, I'm right, you wrong. I got this and you don't. I can do this and you can't. And there's a lot of shit.
That's what that parody, that console parody came from, was the freaking elitists. PC is always better, but now they're bringing the games down to the same level.
Well, yeah, that's true. But it's because of the console gamers were upset that they weren't getting the graphics that PC gamers were getting. But if you upset about it, get a PC. That's the whole reason why the PC players will tell them, like, hey, yo, we got PCs that we can do this. Because we try to tell them little idiots to get a PC, but they want to be, I want to use a console because a console was the first thing I ever played. I was born with a console. It was in my mouth. Like, stuff like that. Like, come on, yo. Like, I had a console when I first started playing games, and look at me. I'm on a PC. I'm a person that likes to play the better things in life. So so I like to play on the PC now. Right now, we ain't the better things in life because it's been being stupid. So that's why I've been considering going back and getting another console until they stop being stupid.
But see, at least you can admit that. You heard what you just said, right? At least you can admit that. You got other people that can't admit that though. Like, they cannot admit that. They gonna stick with what they doing or what they friends doing, and you know what I mean. If this person says this is the way to go, they just gonna sit there. Okay, George, I'll go that way.
That's a dumb way of life, yo. I've never been a follower. I never will be a follower. I think with my own mind. If I think that this is better, I'm going to go to that, yo. If I got to learn how to do it, I'm going to learn how to do it, yo. Like, I don't understand it, bro.
Right. So we here because I got them all. So I've been on every end of the spectrum, so to speak. So we can all like say, okay, this is the way to go, or that's the way to go. It's all about based off your personal preference on what you like. So that's the whole reason why we did this video and all that other stuff. And we can get ready to shut this down
And hold on, one more minute. And to
Here
the
we
people
go.
talking about, I can't afford a PC, yo, but you set out there and got yourself a PlayStation 4, and then got PSN, and then got an extra controller, and got a video game with it. Guess what? You just paid the same amount for a daggone mediocre regular PC, bro, that can run the games even a slightly bit better than the PS4. So I don't understand that, bro. I really
Reverend
don't.
Tick is in the building.
Well,
really
a
don't
lot of
understand
people, a lot of people, they don't understand because
Now,
because like when I built my PC was $500, and it played everything at that time. And I'm still using it. Like my son, he took it over pretty much, playing Minecraft and all that other stuff. But my PC still plays stuff because I just played Far Cry 4 on medium settings, and there was no problem. So with $500, I've been playing this PC for how long? About 3 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I can understand this argument now. The exclusives. Now I can understand that's one of the main reasons I want to get a consoles, because they got exclusives, and the PlayStation 4 has the exclusives that I like the most. And I don't really need an Xbox because a lot of their exclusives are coming over to the PC. The ones I care most about. So
Right,
I
right.
really don't need that. So PlayStation has more of the exclusives that I like, and they're not going to bring them suckers to the PC. So that's the main reason why I would get a PS4. But if you already got a PS4, yo, and you got the money, you could get yourself a PC, bro. If you was able to get yourself a PS4, you can get yourself a PC.
Yeah,
you can ask
that's for the
mom.
people, right? That's for the people that say they can't afford it. They just don't know. They think that you have to go and buy you an Alienware for $1,300
Yeah.
and stuff that's already preloaded and stuff like that.
Buy
When that's
Alienware.
when that's not the case, that's like some of the most overrated shit I've ever seen. And I'm not even a big like PC guru or nothing, but I know better than to buy that. I know better because you just paying for the name for the most part. So you paying for the name.
Well, anyway, let's wrap this up, man. Nintendo
We-
gets no
we good?
love. Yeah, because Nintendo gets
and
no
for
love right now.
Nintendo. Last but not least, Nintendo. Nothing. Got him. No. Yeah,
Hey, don't hate on Nintendo, man.
Hey,
Nah,
support
man.
Nintendo though. They had Splatoon, yo. That joint sold.
Yeah.
That sold more than
yeah.
a
Shout out
few
to
games. yo.
Splatoon though.
Yep.
It's about
Splatoon,
time though.
Mario Party and Smash
And
Bros.
Smash Brothers,
Those are the best
Yeah.
games on Wii U.
Yeah, it ain't really nothing to talk about as far as Nintendo though, because they ain't really making no moves. And like I said, Merc the only one with a Wii U, so it'd be kind of like one sided. So
Yeah.
all right. So in closing, Merc, what you got, brother?
Still, fuck you, play. I game on everything. Peace out.
All right, Tick.
I want to shout out to my girl Serena Williams, yo, for winning another one, yo. We out here, we winning. Hey, yo, she need to cut out on them. She need to cut out on them push-ups and them bench presses though, cause she is starting to look a little masculine. She need to chill out a little bit. But shout out to baby. All right, we winning out here, girl. That's what I'm saying. That's all I got.
Stupid. How do I follow that? All right, in closing, man. For me, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about gaming, man. And it ain't, I'm not saying we're not here to say any one thing is better than the other. You got some things that's better on some aspects and some scales. You got some things that aren't. It's all about your personal preference. Like what you like. Damn what any YouTuber or live streamer or anybody says. Think, use your own judgment. So, and as always, links to everybody's social stuff will be at the end of the video. So if you stuck around to the end, you'll see links to everybody's stuff.
In the description too.
Yeah, and in the description as well. So on that note, we out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
And I ain't upload no gameplay video to this because that's too long. Nope.
Yeah, we really wanted this to be less than 45 minutes, but we went over an hour. Blame Merc. Yeah. So. Gaming
Slow
Underground
talking
Podcast.
Southerner.
Gaming Underground Podcast. It's a wrap. We out your ear, y'all. Peace.
What was that name?
Don't play with fireworks.
You loser. Stupid.